How is everybody today? Look, I'm here to do my overall review, I guess, encapsulating all the different pre workouts that I've tried, specifically the Stim junkie ones for this experience. I didn't want to make just a list based on, top 8, top 10, top whatever. I wanted to put it in categories as well. So, with the products that I'll be explaining today, I'm not saying one is better than the other. What I'll be trying to explain is which ones are the best for, let's just say, energy, best for focus, endurance, pumps, etc. Pumps will just be a bonus because that's not really the main asset of taking, like a big Stim junkie one. But overall, that's the way that we'll approach it. So the first category I want to talk about is what I like to call an introductory Stim junkie experience. So it's something that has fairly decent caffeine. It might have a bit of rhyogenesis, but it's not like a DMHA, DMAA, over the top alpha yimbine type of pre-workout. And for me, it was a fairly simple choice. It's superhuman extreme. Supreme, not extreme. That's one I've got hopefully coming in soon, actually. Look, Alpha Lion to me just knocked it out of the park with this one. It's actually very similar to one I've reviewed before that you could kind of compare it to, which is Big Black by Devastate. They do, their type of pre-workouts and everything. The only difference is this one feels a little bit nicer, just a little bit. There's no crash at all. And the flavors are not even comparable. And if you can have the same fucking pre-workout, but one tastes unbelievable and one tastes pretty shit, you go with that one. It's smooth, it's simple, it's got great focus, it's got decent pumps. It lasts long, but not too long. It's got some L-theanine in it, and it wears off after, I would say, about 2 hours with a little bit of like a background euphoria type of feel. And I love that. Like that's, like a no-brainer to me. All right. The next one I'll talk about to me is the one that I found to be absolutely awesome for pure raw energy. All right, the first one I have to mention is Assassin. When I first reviewed it, I really liked it. And then I actually tried Assassin last week again. Only a 3/4 scoop because I don't even feel like you need with Apollo Nutrition a full scoop of anything. I just feel like they overdose it so much and you get a better bang for your buck. But when I tried it like 3/4 scoop, I kind of forgot how just good it was. The flavors are fucking trash, but you just feel like an animal on it. Like you feel so strong, you feel like you just want to burst out and just pump the weights and break them. It's one of those go, go, go type of pre-workouts. And it doesn't surprise me. It's pretty hefty on caffeine. And it doesn't have all that much, L-citrulline or anything like that. It's got some, but nothing over the top. So you don't feel like the pumps are getting in the way of the pre-workout. Look, I love that one. I don't think you can really buy Assassin all that much. I've tried searching for it before and couldn't find it at any of the typical websites where I buy things from. Now, the second one that I have to put, and this one topped the cake for me, was Flame. The similar element to this is Flame also doesn't really focus on pumps. Flame is a weird one because I've had times before where I've taken Flame and it did fuck all for me. If anything, it made me feel a bit weird and nauseous and weak. Then I've had it where it made me feel pretty good, pretty strong. And then the third time, before I went to review it, because I was going to review it and say, this is trash, do not fucking buy it. It's, one of the worst Stim junkie experiences ever, especially for the hype. But that third time was one of the most memorable workouts I've ever had. I maxed out on 3 different lifts, post-injury for legs, out of this world. So strong. And once again, I think for a pre-workout to give you maximal strength output, it can't have too much pump ingredients because that pump just fills up the muscles a bit too much, and then it's a bit hard to actually get a big lift getting. All right, so those are the 2 that I've picked specifically when it comes to that strength element. They're also really, really fucking good for energy. All right, the next one I want to talk about is that mood focus type of element. So first and foremost, I'm going to go with one that's, it's a legendary pre-workout. It's not anything too special to me in terms of that legend status, but it is it is a special pre-workout, and that's Dark Energy. Look, Dark Energy it's pretty damn awesome. It's not my go-to, and that's because it's got an ingredient in there called GABA, and I just tend to find GABA makes me feel a little bit sleepy afterwards, which can be a good thing. So if you're somebody that you want to take your pre-workout and then nap after it, fucking, go at it. This is going to be the favorite one for you. My only problem is I take my pre-workouts either very, very now early in the morning because I'm a primary school teacher, or I take it before I do my warehouse job because I do both. I juggle both. And look, I can't take this at 4 a.m., get to work for teaching, and then be sleepy in class. It's not going to work. But for mood elevation, this is just fantastic. You feel happy, it's very good for strength as well. You just feel good on it. It's one of those pre-workouts where, you want to tell everyone you love them and all that jazz. The next one, and this one to me topped it. I'll never be able to say anything but the best things about phase one fucking pre-phase. It's bang for your buck because you get 30 servings. Same with Dark Energy, except this was cheaper by $20 Australian, which is a lot. Look, it's got 200 milligrams of DMHA, and boy, does it fucking feel like DMHA. 200 milligrams of rhodioensis. The pumps on it are decent. You feel strong. The endurance is good. The focus is otherworldly. It to me is one of the most unbelievable pre-workouts that has ever existed. It is. This is one I wish was still around. I know they have another version, but it doesn't hit as hard and as long. This you can feel the euphoria for hours as well. It's just so beautiful for that focus. Alrighty. Now I'm going to move over onto what I call Stim junkie. Like what I call, holy shit, once in a blue moon. This is one none of these three that I'll mention you really want to take unless you're very experienced with DMHA, DMAA, L-theanine, caffeine, everything like that. These are your once, maybe a month type of thing. I've taken a couple of these twice in 2 weeks before, in a 2-week span, simply for the review, because for me to space out a month and then a month and a month, because I try to do these 3 times before I give you at least somewhat of a fair review, because once might be a day off, 3 times seems fair. But holy shit, they're strong. You crack this bad boy open, any of these 3, if you're having that workout of your life. You want to go in there, you want to kill it, you want to hit a PB, you want to show off in front of some girls, or whatever it is that you want to do. First one I want to mention is Dark Labs Crack Gold. This is fucking elite. Like, this is an elite pre-workout. It's strong, it's smooth, when I've mentioned how much strength you get from Flame and Assassin, you get that from this. You get the similar feeling of the energy and the focus that you get from fucking Dark Energy and Pre-Phase KO. But there's just this other element to crack where it's like, man, I remember once I took this, right? I might have taken like 0.2 extra of a gram. So not even a lot. I did a morning workout and then I did an afternoon boxing session at 6 p.m. and I still felt it after 8 when my boxing finished. That's not normal, but it is just that good. And on a bonus, it's 25 servings, which beats the typical 20 serving, and it tastes good. Like this cherry limeade flavor, for that level of Stim, hits the spot. Alrighty. The next one I'm going to mention is what I consider the strongest pre-workout I've ever tried. Hands down. I don't even know if I'll try this again. It is that strong. I warn people. This is one when I've got friends who want to try like a heavy Stim junkie one. When they point at this one, I tell them, maybe not. And that's Double Impact by Bipolar Nutrition. Look, the thing I said in the first review for this was, I don't know how they made $1 out of this, because it's 20 servings, which sounds little, but it's 28 grams of just what seems like the highest quality ingredients, which is absolutely no surprise because I've taken just about everything Apollo Nutrition has, and everything feels as if it's been sourced properly. there's never been a tub of one thing I've tried and the other one doesn't work. You get that from a lot of companies. You just don't from a Poland. They don't shill out for the dollar. They put in the time, they put in the work, and they give you an extreme pre-workout. And the highest level of extreme that I've ever tried from them is Double Impact. I mean, your heart will feel like it's about to pop out of your chest. I would have put this as my number one for strength as well. The only problem is this is so strong that I don't think it does anyone a service if they're looking for like a PR to take this, because you can handle Assassin, you can handle Flame. Man, I've had 2 or 3 people try this. One of them can handle a fucking whole gram of caffeine a day, and has handled Dark Energy like it was nothing, pre-phase like it was nothing, and he fucking struggled in this. I had another mate who threw up on this, and it was only like a 3/4 scoop, so I needed him full. For me, and I can handle a lot of Stim, this was very, very difficult, but boy, does it fucking slap. Like, this is one of those where, if you want to get the greatest workout of your life, maybe do this at like 3/4 or 4/5 of a scoop, because I think just a full scoop is so much. I mean, even the pumps on this are nasty. The focus is nasty. The endurance is nasty. The fact that it's got Nupep, you get that background feeling of euphoria for like a whole day. It's just so fucking powerful. Now, my final one is the pre-workout that I just think is the greatest pre-workout of all time. Like, in terms of, if I could only ever take one pre-workout that was a Stim junkie experience, and even then I would only take it once in a blue moon, but it's, that elite level that nothing compares to it. A lot of these, like an honorable mention, for instance, is Crack, original Crack. But it's very similar to Dark Energy. It's a little bit similar to Flame. It's a little bit similar, the DMHA, the DMAA pre-workouts, they tend to overlap each other, at least to some extent. But the number one for me, and it's the clearest number one, and I don't think anything will beat it. I've got the Russian pre-workout coming in. So for my guy, Supplement Throwdown, I live in Australia. Hopefully it's here tomorrow. I'm hoping. But yeah, that pre-workout is Excelsior. It's another pre-workout that it's very confusing because I've seen a lot of negative reviews on it, but I've had maybe 10 to 15 people try this. I haven't had a single person tell me they've had a bad experience. I've had people that were junkies back in the day take it. I've had somebody like me and a few others that have never ever touched a drug in their life take it, and everyone have said it's out of this world. I had a friend take it last night to go out and party at like a techno festival, and he took it late. I'm talking like 8:30 p.m. and I warned him against it. He's like, nah man, I live a different lifestyle. I'm out there till like 7 a.m. And he messaged me in the morning saying it's one of the greatest things he's ever tried. Didn't take anything else, just took a scoop and a half of Excelsior and said he loved it. For me, I get no negatives from this. I've taken it maybe 10 times in the last 8 months of having it, 10 months or something. I've had not a single negative. The only thing I can say is when I tried 2 scoops, it did fuck with my sleep. Beside that, I've never ever had an issue with it. The endurance on this and the euphoria is just unmatched. Like, you take this, and if it registers well with you and it's a good batch, to me, you just won't want to leave the gym. You will be a fair bit stronger. I find that the pumps on this are honestly incredible, which is weird because it doesn't have pump ingredients in this, as it shouldn't, because it's, pretty much just pure Stim. Look, I could go on and on about this. Like, it is just, to me, the king of pre-workouts. It really is. And I know people go, it's not a pre-workout, it's a party drug, it's a this and a that. I'm like, at what stage do we say an ingredient isn't healthy? Who here is going to literally argue with me that 600 plus milligrams of... Who's going to argue that this shit's fucking healthy for you? You're going to look at me and tell me that double fucking impact is healthy for you, even as a one-off? Is this going to give you a heart attack? You have to see anyone get a heart attack from it. Is having fucking almost 200 milligrams of combined DMHA and DMAA. You want to take this multiple times? Look, none of these should be taken often. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even recommend these to anyone. The only time I recommend these is when people explicitly say, I'm looking for something that isn't just the basics of caffeine or citrulline and some other like basic ingredients, you know, like fucking tyrosine, choline, whatever, you know, agmatine sulfate, all that jazz. These are the ones that are elite. But to me, if I've never had a negative from it and I've never felt like taking it again, it's not like I take this and I go, fuck, I want to go party. I don't. I just feel good and I want to kill the workout. I don't get distracted. I don't nothing. It's just, yeah. And it tastes good, you know, relatively good. Look, that's my Stim Junkie reviews. I've got the next one coming out, which will be my daily drivers. If I'm being honest with you, that's the more important video. Like, say you want to know what your next pre-workout purchase is and you're new and you whatever, for whatever reason, stumble upon my video, honestly, wait for that, check that out, because these are only things you want to take if you can handle them. I barely take them. This one I'll take more often than others, but it's, you know, it's got a bit of a riderance in it. It doesn't fuck with you. The rest of these is a once every now and then. Look, I hope you enjoyed that review, or that actual fucking review list of things that I've taken before that I stim. Hope to see you guys again. Peace.